Hope FM.
Your voice my tired, so that's it, God. You can play speaking from me, I need no future. I beg to differ, my people go. If it's not correct, we got to come so.
Oh, yes, indeed. Would like to say good evening, and welcome, whatever you're doing, and however the case may be. Like, this is a battle default. You just listen to the program, Class B Later, and this program is a battle default. We like to say good evening and welcome. My name is Chris B. Word. Yes, indeed. I'm sitting at the studio controlling the activities. Let me say good evening to our follower there. And this is where we join our panel across the world to discuss issues relating to Grand Jetta, Liberia, and our one global village, whatever you're doing and however the case may be. Like, I like to say, welcome. Yes, indeed. Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday, the 27th day of August, and the year we meet AD 2026. I'd like to say good evening and welcome. Those of you in some part of River G County following the broadcast, we'd like to say good evening and welcome. Those of you in Asino County, those of you in Nimba County, some of you in some part of like Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea, that are several, would like to say good evening and welcome. This is Alberto D for your regular and usual program that comes your way 6 days a week from Monday to Saturday, 9:30 in the evening to 12 o'clock in the morning. So we'd like to say welcome, welcome. Don't you go away. This is at the Thursday edition of the program, about to D4 on the program. Tonight, we have a lot of panelists. Well, number one is George H. Numbo, the regular, educator when it comes to the about to D4, Mr. Archie Wright, one of the host and also educator on the platform. We have Christopher J. Nippe, one of the educator and also panelist on the platform. And we have Alexander Dwewulu, who can also be in the studio sometime, join or at his house. We have Claudie, yeah, one of the golden voice on the platform, and we have Mr. Caxel, one of the panelists. And most of the panelists are coming up on a daily basis. So we like to say good evening and welcome. Quickly, we go over to uh, Mr. George H. Numbo, who is here with me in the time. So let's work on him and we'll be able to speak to the people out there. And those of you, before we go to Mr. Numbo, those of you out there following the platform, if you are following our live, we like to say comment, share, and like. Yeah, comment, share, and like. And also, make your brother share in order the chat room, make your friend out there to follow the platform, not to be left out when it comes to education. So we like to say good evening and welcome quickly. Mr. Wright is already with all the hosts. So, Mr. Wright is over to you. Welcome. Good evening. Yes, indeed, speak to your people and then you start to direct the activity. Thank you so much. Happy to see you this evening.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Chris.
much. Can you please mute, sir? Thank you. It's great to be here on this beautiful Thursday. And I already see we got Mr. George H. Newble in studio. It's going to be a very impactful day. A lot of information flying out about. I haven't had a time to look at it, but I saw it coming across my phone. And information from Mr. Newble, from everybody. So we're going to talk about it here today. So I want to say welcome to everybody, to the viewers and listeners. It's wonderful having you with us on this another edition of A Beg to Differ. Already, gentlemen, let's go right into it. The time is 3:35. Mr. Newble, why don't you tell us what happened in your neck and woods, and then we're going to come back. Sir, we're going to take at least 10 to 15 minute calls, to hear from all people from the missing board of gentlemen case, and then we're going to come back and start the show. Mr. Nubo? Mr. George H. Nubo, you're muted, sir. Okay, is he talking? He's not muted, but I can hear him. No, he's not. Mr. Nubo, are you talking, sir? I hear sound coming from you, but I can't.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking. I've
Okay.
been waiting out upstairs.
Oh, you're upstairs. Okay. I was hearing sounds, a cup and things going around the table, but I couldn't hear you.
Oh.
But yeah, like I said, how you doing today? How's the city of Better to Love?
Oh, sitting it's good. There was, I won't say good because I was on the field around me. Yeah. So they was not good.
No, it's not good to be rain on.
They was not good, and I came home early and
Okay.
browsing the web, and I saw those things. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Alrighty. Well, good to have you, sir. It's always a pleasure having you on set. So what I want us to do is for Chris to take calls up to the time now is up to 6 o'clock. That will be the next 20 minutes, perhaps. Or maybe around 15 minutes to cause that talk about what's going on. Oh, we should have Mr. How to call it? Bozo in studio today. Yeah, let me call him. So Alex, take calls.
Maybe let get Bozo, or maybe based on his presentation, because he cannot make a presentation, then we open calls again. What do you think?
Yeah, so let me call him. Let me call Bozo.
Uh-huh.
Hey, just slipped my mind. Yeah, okay. Hopefully
Mm-hmm.
he picks up. But Alex, what's going on there in Zulu Whiskey? Talk to us. Chris, man. Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yes, Ellis, I can be here from Monday to Wednesday.
Yeah, in the middle of
So
Jay
yeah,
last Netflix. No.
yeah. So thank you so much. Zwadru Grand Jira is doing great. We thank God. Visitor Zwaju around pass around the city today, and Zwaju is doing great. And this besides our, one of the promising son of Grand Jada County who hail from the global background, but they have a lot of activity in Grand Jada County who left in the accident. That's one of the most talked about. But despite that, Grand Jada is doing good. When it happening in Kunembo, and I yet get it in Bazon, and I yet get it. But the fact that the places that I visited today in Zulu Whiskey, Zulu Whiskey is doing good, and cars are coming in and cars are going. And yes, indeed, per our discussion this morning, we don't have you guys on the platform the few day, and we don't know why it's going on. But however, the Grangidians, they are getting glue when it comes to participating on the radio, calling in. The people can call from 7 o'clock up to 12, discussing issue relating to, yes indeed, discussing issue relating to Grand Jada County. Some are getting to the area that I say that they need to take action when it comes to the two mixing men from Grand Jada, because we got information from Saino County, Nyanfwe town, where someone got missing 3 days ago, but they found a person today, and that were on the social media, and we play it the morning. And when it happened the first day, the young people there and other older people, they went in the bush to do search, and when they did the search, they came back and they called the local authority. And yesterday, they were with the local authority, where the commissioner for that area met with the town people and said, we don't have to confusion among ourselves, but what we need to do, we need to send people out there in the bush there to go and do search. Every one of us, everybody go home, change your clothes, change your boots, and wear the bush clothes, and then go in the bush to go search. When we search and we don't find a man, then when we come back, we put it to the traditional side. And yesterday, when they went in the bush before the morning, luckily they found a man, and the man was turned over to the security. So that one of the great steps that were taken in Saino County. So when we play in the morning, people started to call, say, yeah, but these are the same thing we need to do, because we started talking for almost a month. The concerns are the same, the regular colors, people are calling. So they need to wake up. Every one of us need to wake up. Even the play the thing took place, that was the action to be taken first. However, nothing is ever late. Since we are still believe and know that we're going to find those people, and not just find them, but we'll find them sound and in good condition. So I think we need to apply that same thing. So that was discussed this morning, and I think the group are getting there, and so it will be good. And we farms, we have something Bosho William tonight. So Zoyu is okay. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for that quick summary. I just got off the phone with Mr. Bozo Williams. He is on his way back to his house so that he can join us in the studio. So we should be getting Mr. Bozo in a very short period of time. In the meantime, thanks again. That's a good news. I mean, that's the news coming out of Sano. That's a very good news.
Yes.
That's what we want to hear. I think it energizes every one of us, believing that. Mr. Nuba, you want to say something?
Was there any explanation where the person went to, or who he was with? The person they found.
Okay, thank you so much. According to the information we got, that was, every activity when it started to happen, they keep carrying it live. So the information was, even when I listened to the commissioner this morning, he said the man went to use the bathroom from his house, in the interior. The people can go in the bush. So the man left the house to go use the bathroom. There were, when he went to use the bathroom, he never came back for the 3 days. And luckily, they found him.
He couldn't find his way back to town.
That's what happened now. So he
didn't know how he went there.
I don't have answer to that, Mr.
I don't think that was his first time going to that spot.
You know, don't forget when we don't forget when we were living in, you know, they said, you know, in the interior when we were there, they said there's certain grass in a bush. That grass,
Uh,
it can make somebody to forget about the place they come from. So when they text you, why you supposed to go to your home, you tell them, right, start walking in the bush, start going. So
they
maybe
don't
that
they
grass
don't
text you.
they don't have that grass in Grand Gator, because the other day you were in a bush before. You were in a bush. Why I didn't tell
Ah.
I
So according to the
I
information, the man left your house and went in the bathroom. They want to use the, you know, the bathroom and he disappeared. And luckily they found him.
I
He got missing
I
3 days.
you see what I was telling you before
Well,
about Collie,
Collie.
Mountain Collie.
Oh, what happened to him?
That there will be a lawsuit. The Senate he want to run for. He might not even be able to enter Liberia.
What happened
If
with
all these
Martin
things he
Collie?
do, if all these things he doing or he does not have proof, or the some Wilmot Smith case, Wilmot Smith versus Echo Bank,
Hmm.
um, the Supreme Court, the lower court found Echo Bank not guilty, and Wilmot Smith took appeal to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court found Echo Bank guilty, $250,000. Mountain Cody, $50,000. Alex Williams, $50,000. I mean, by hook or crook, they got latest document from Echo Bank where they allege that this Smith man, I mean Mango $1.7 million.
Hmm.
I remember Alex during the election, and even after the election, he was on spoon. He worked with ladies before. Yep. So, so you saying things in Liberia, you gotta be careful.
But how? I mean,
And
how?
the
Anyways,
way go ahead.
no. I'm saying. By the way, I tried to get hold of Swamby and myself. We're missing each other this afternoon. So, Judge,
Hmm.
if you can reach out to him, I appreciate it. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, here's the thing, right?
Hmm.
The lady and the lady from what the era name of the lady who not Nafa, but the other place, not Nafa. The other
Ladies,
lady who
no,
Swagging
no.
there was another lady who said she sued him. Not the recent lady. That was the lady
Oh,
before this lady.
or Stephanie or something.
Yeah,
No,
not
no,
actually.
the
This one
recent
is
lady,
Stephanie now.
the recent lady, Stephanie.
Yeah, but the lady before Stephanie, she said the
Yeah.
same thing. She said the guy was making up the story, and everything he was saying is false. And she sued him. I think she promised to
Uh-huh.
sue him. I don't know whether she did, but she promised to sue him. And even the Stephanie lady challenged this guy, Martin Corley, to produce his evidence. You
Uh-huh.
know, and I don't think he has producers. I read her piece she wrote recently. I don't know if Martin Corley had answer to that piece.
I read that. I read that too.
Yes, I don't know if he had responded to her piece. Um, but I think this is what happened, right? People getting to this activism, and I think they kind of forget the uh the the evidential part of what they are doing along the way, because now they become so in how you gonna not enraged, but so overtaken by how fast they go to the press because they want
But
to be the first to say it.
I
And I
think
think
I,
that's what Martin Colley has been doing.
I think they should have charged the bank more because these banks in Liberia, they people from there releasing information.
No, but
I
Georgie,
mean, if
you
you are
can
in
blame the
court,
bank though.
if
You cannot blame the bank. Somebody who works at the bank decided to go rogue
yeah,
and they took the information. Now, if the bank had come out and,
but,
and corroborated the information, then the bank can be held liable.
but why banks here? They are not doing it. The past 2 3 months, did you hear about somebody information that a bank gave to another person?
No, I think we will be stretching it too far if we say the bank gave, because I like to think this person information was stolen. I don't think Echo Bank or whatever bank that you're referring
They
to.
identified they identified the person who did it. One Kruma.
Yes, was that person within management?
Well, he's not in management.
Okay,
I
so
think he was working with a bank or he was a contractor there.
all right, so this person decided to do this on their own volition.
Yes.
It was not sanctioned by the bank. So I think the court can understand maybe out of negligence on the bank's part for not protecting the customer's information, private information. This is why the bank went ahead and charged them. The court went ahead and charged them. And I can understand what you're saying. Maybe you try to set an example, you bring a hefty fine against the bank so that other banks are watching. They say, oh, we got to put ourselves together so we too don't get fined in this process. But yes, oh man, we got a guy called Stephen Fowler watching from New Mexico. Stephen Fowler,
Okay.
welcome, sir, and we appreciate you being part of the show. And if you have any question that you want to ask while you're watching the show, just type it in here. Or we do have our Western number on the line. We'll open the lines. You can call as well. But appreciate you following the show, sir. Thank you so much. So yes, Mr. Nubo is I think the bank. I understand what you're trying to say here. An example has to be set for all other banks in the country that your customer, protection comes first. You don't allow people information to be picked up by either past employees or your current employees. You got to find a way to protect, their information so that it don't go public. So I can see where you're coming from. But Martin Colley, I hope this serve as first of all, I don't know the detail of the case. So let me just step back on that. So Mr. Nubo, you brought the case. Talk to us more about it. Why did he get fined $50,000, as you were saying? I don't know how much the fine is, but I think I saw something at $50,000.
Yeah, I think it's $50,000. Oh, Echo Bank 250,000. Martin K. Colley 50,000. General damages. Echo Bank has special damages, and Alex M. Williams 50,000 in general damages. Let me see. Why? I think this man appearance of Colley and Alex Williams. They appear on Spoon and I think Front Page carried the information, and this guy went and claimed for damages, and Echo Bank argued that the account is government account, So government should be the one to make the claim. And his lawyer said, "No, well, the damage was done to him, so that's why he sued." The jury, found him not guilty, or found the bank not guilty. You know, the jury cannot find or Deepak no guilty now. So this William Smith went to and his lawyer went to the Supreme Court, and he got $350,000.
I mean, no, hold on now. Is the bank really killing us in Liberia? I mean, the court. Who is going to pay $350,000 fine in Liberia? There. I mean, let's be real for a minute.
The bank will pay. I think it says somebody sued Massa Washington, and it was in the news, and the court charged her $1 million. No, Liberian dollar, US dollars.
And did she satisfy the payment?
Huh?
Did she satisfy
the
the fine?
She had a what?
No, I asked her if she paid the fine.
Oh yeah, she has to pay it, but I mean, I don't know how deep her pocket is, but I don't think Massa has $1 million to give to somebody for damages.
I know, right?
I mean, the court without even receiving $1,000 from me. It's $100, and I say, okay, I will look for it.
But you were talking about Martin Colley's political ambition, getting affected through all this. What do you mean by that? Has he expressed any desire to run for an elected position?
Well, somebody close to him told me. I mean, that person and myself were close to him, before he went into exile. But we have not, even when he was leaving Liberia, he sent an article to the Prospector, that we published. I contacted him on the phone as to where he was going, and he said, he couldn't tell me. He kept it secret. Like he started saying like he's in the Netherlands.
Okay, Martin Colley will be paying 50,000, and Ellis will be, Ellis will be paying 50,000, and the bank will be paying 250,000, which will be 350,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, those are the combined total charges. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the total.
Yeah, so the total will be 350,000.
That few steps to $500,000.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, so you say you heard somebody saying that he has ambition to run?
Yes. Person told me he has ambition to run for Senate, Monserrato, and that the young people in Monrovia, they are all supporting him. That's what the person told me. This weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I said is that he has to be sure of something before he writes about it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I know, and we'll go to Mr. Nippet after this, so he can introduce himself. This is what I know. In places like Ivory Coast now, they have this law there that govern the media. Now, I don't know. They put this people say it's draconian. Others say, well, it was there to pacify the media landscape. Other people say, well, is that intimidated? I mean, a whole lot of things that go on about it. But depending on where you stand, looking at Cote d'Ivoire and the law there, I think since the passage of that law, because like I said, I follow Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana media a lot, the political at least happening there. You don't see people putting too much information. You don't see people cursing on the media there again. Because when they catch you providing information that is not true, not only are they going to find you, but they expel you. That's what it do. Now, I'm not asking that for me to be too rough or too hard or too hot.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that. We definitely don't want to do that. But I think the recommendation, I mean, the observing that you made in respect to the bank, I agree with that. I think the bank got off so easily. The bank was supposed to be charged very hard so that other banks that are looking will be deterred or will put the horse in order so that they can be able to protect the information of their customers. All right. So let's go to Mr. Nippert so he can introduce himself, and then we'll come back to you, Mr. Nubo, and yeah, we have to sit. We'll go back to Mr. Nippert. Mr. Nippert, welcome to the show, sir.
Usually it's a pleasure to be on the set, and greetings to you, the producer in studio, and Josh Ish Nubo. I don't know whether it is on Tabadu today, and I myself, I didn't eat on Tabagi, and to people in the landscape of radio and television. It's a pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Nippert.
Just a small correction. You can call me George. You can call me Numbo. But when you say George H. Numbo, you gotta put handle to it. Thank you.
The Right Honorable Pastor Bishop.
None of the above.
The senator for next senator from Maryland County.
None of the above.
People saw the can.
People saw the Clan District.
Yes.
It's a pleasure, sir.
Okay, thank you. That is enough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Mr. Nubo, go ahead, sir. We on the issue that Mr. Nubo introduced. So, Mr. Nubo.
The bank should have been punished more. That would be a deterrence for people working with a bank who are in the habit of leaking information, personal information. I mean, here the hackers do it. You don't see them, but in Liberia, the real people do it for a few cents or dollars. They give you any information you want. Why in Liberia? I witness it. Yeah, I witnessed it. And it is not good. Here, they would have found the bank more under the FDIC law. They would have found the bank more. And maybe tomorrow, I get $100 in my bank account. I say I have ambition, or somebody will pay a few dollars to somebody in the bank. And I say, yeah, the bank account number here, no, it only have $100 in your bank. And that would do a damage to my ambition. I'm just giving an example. I know when I have ambition, I want to run, or I know who to run to on the show here. Mr. Nippin or Mr. Wright and what have you. But I'm just giving an example. What we do in Liberia is not good. We need a real law, especially so for the banking institutions.
Yep.
If I may just come in there slightly,
Sure. Go ahead.
he's more than 1,000,000% right, and not only banking institutions. Well, information have been leaking throughout the government of Liberia itself, where people on several other Liberian talk show will be having pieces of information in their hands. Government information.
Yeah.
We're all invoking the Freedom of Information Act as it is done in Liberia. I mean, in America, when you invoke the Freedom of Information Act in the United States, it gives you a balance that you can utilize that information in the public space. Unfortunately, in Liberia, people just get information and then they just get on the radio and start talking. That should be control. It should be control. I am not stopping the press from having information that solidifies whatever to be reported. But there are some classified information that should not be within the domain of the public, and such as the banking institutes, where people have their personal savings. Those things are personal matters. It should not be as we see it happening in our own country. And then some people who talk on the 12 sides of their mouths, they put it in the public domain, and they start chewing on it. And I think Mr. Nubu is right on that.
Yeah, and the sad thing about it is you don't hear from the banking sector, right? You don't hear from them. I don't know if there is a say, for example, I know there's a banking industry in Liberia, and so there must be some leadership structure within that industry that protect.
That's the central bank.
Yeah, the central bank is the banks of all banks. Naturally they are there, inherently they're there. But what I'm saying, for the private sector, do we have a leadership within the private sector that says, look, we as private sector, actors, we need to take these measures so that we can protect the integrity of our industry and create a sense of reliability and trustworthiness within the public, so that people can come and do more business with us. You can only get these kind of steps when you have a structure, when you have leadership in place, so that people are not just acting in silo. GT Bank acting on LBB, whatever banks they act, Echo Bank acting on his own, LBB acting, he's doing something that is coherent.
Well, all the banks have an organization. I think it's called Liberian Banking or Association or something. They have leadership. There was some program they were rolling out today, and I saw their representation at the program. So they have an organization, but as Brocklet said about one think tank group, say is is a tank that does not think. So,
Hmm.
so it's a group. It's a group that I feel that is not creative. I think the group is not creative, and uh, it looks like they're going to learn it the hard way.
Yeah,
And
somebody has to get the what we call the financial whipping out of this, so that they don't do it again.
yeah,
They don't do it again. And so hopefully, this will serve as a lesson learned by all the players within the sector. But we just been joined by Claudia. So let me have Claudia. Welcome to the stage, man. Claudia, Madam
Claudia, you are
Claudia.
muted. Maybe she step away.
Okay, all right. So when Claudia rejoins,
Okay, she's back.
All right, sorry about that. I was
you keep hitting your mute button.
all right. So I think everything is okay now. How is everyone
Oh,
doing tonight?
oh, great, great.
That's
We're
good, and I'm
doing
happy to
good.
know that everyone's okay. Again,
Splendid.
I'm here again on I beg to differ. Yes, today is a good day because we will soon be heading into Friday, the end of the week. And also in Liberia too as well, a lot of seditians and people that follow that party are excited to know that the former president of Liberia, George Weah, uh, is in Liberia probably by now. I'm not really sure. I haven't really followed that yet, but my community and other communities were seen, wearing their shirts and just active, having fun, remembering the good old days when they were in power. So it was kind of exciting seeing the people that haven't been smiling for quite a while smiling today. So, but I'm happy to be here again tonight, and I hope to have a good night.
All right, thank you. Excited to have you as well. Um, okay, we're supposed to get Mr. Samson Bozo Williams to be joining us this evening to talk about their action so far, the petition that they have written to the caucus about action that they want to be seen taken
Eh?
from the side of the caucus. Um, he's supposed to be in studio with us. He told me you're on his way home and you
It's on
joined
his
us.
phone.
So, Mr. Bozo, if you're out there, Mr. Nippy, can you please mute? Um, so, Mr. Bozo, if you're out there, we're still waiting on you, sir. Um, talk to me and let me know what's going on. All right. So, yes, Mr. Nubo, is there
Yeah.
anything you want to say on this Martin Colley and the banks before we move on?
Well, I think that's all I want to say about Mr. Cody. And I don't know if you got in touch with Mr. Zaza. I mean, he posted something about one T Wangbe Fangalo, and I want to know if he knows anything about this guy here. He ran as Tobo T Wangbe in 2020, and he ran in 2023 as Tobo T Wangbe Fangalo. And he was on spoon. He said, that's the time, old man like him, that's the time he got to know his real father.
Okay.
And that's the man. Uh, Mr. Zaza was asking Mr. Nippy and I to listen to. I mean, it's not credible. At least he sort of look for somebody credible.
Okay. I think Mr. Zaza,
Especially the
could
fact,
join us here.
especially the fact that he did not legalize that name, that Fangalo name. If you are going to the press and to the court
Very good. Yeah.
will have said, well, all former record bearing the former name, or all record bearing the former name are just as good as the current name. What he adds is, so it's like a prefix and a suffix. So that name is a suffix name.
And
For Martin Colley, the young man, he's smart, but the hammer that was brought against him today, $50,000, in the ruling of the highest court of Liberia, is going to be a heavyweight on him.
several people will follow.
And several people will follow. You have to look before you lopo lips.
Yeah.
You have to think constructively before you go into the press. It is not about, excuse me, being popular about the verbiages that you use, but you have to have the pieces of information, evidence that give rise to your utterances. Because yes, you have freedom of speech, but the freedom of speech is like a tree that's standing. It must have root, and the root is where you have the evidence that that tree can stand up very firmly. If it has no root and you just go and you start talking to the public, go and go dig hole behind people, and the law finds that you will pay 50,000 or more dollars. As EcoBank is now to pay $250,000 for that damage, for the damages. So a purely tort law says when you go against someone's character, when you burn somebody in the public space, when you do so unjustly, it is a damage, and you have to compensate that person. So I don't know whether Martin Colley can find $50,000 to have you go look to the trees and get it and stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Nippet. Let me go to Mr. Monju, so he's just joining. I'll come back to you, Madam Claudia, so that you can talk more about the story you brought up. Mr. Monju, talk to us, sir. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Wright, Mr. Nippy, Mr. Nubo, and Miss Smith. It's nice to join you all and all who's out there watching and listening. I think I just heard Mr. Nippy mention Martin Colley, and I think he deserved that fine, because you cannot drag people. You can't drag people's reputation, but you don't have any evidence. In fact, I told him once, and I've told him over and over again, he's like Joseph Stalin in Russia had his director of secret police, a guy called Lavrenti Beria. Beria had a saying, "Show me the man and I will show you the crime." So even if you don't have any crimes, that he can find a crime on you. In other words, you find a target first, then you try to see if you can find evidence against it. And, you know, the world doesn't work that way, especially in the 21st century. Beria was doing that successfully in the 20th century in communist Russia. He could do it. Show me the man and I will show you the crime. I mean, he would just find a crime and put it on you. And that's what Martin Colley seems to be doing, where he targets the person because of suspicion, and then he tries to see if he can marshal some sort of evidence against them. And whenever you do that in this current century we're in, you will have problem because people just won't sit down and let you drag their name in the mud. Especially we're in a time that all you have to do take that name and put it in Google, and that accusation from you, Mr. Colley, will pop up. So you don't do that. And the bank, Echo Bank, that there's a universal policy of confidentiality to your clients. You don't go give information with regarding to bank accounts you got, out to whoever asks for it. Now, if the court comes in and say, okay, we want to know, you got to pass through a legal process. The court say we want to know, of course, the bank will have to provide that information. So now Echo Bank will have to find a person who leaked that information to Mr. Colley. And I stop right there.
They know the Echo Bank know the person. They know the person. I mean, what Colley is doing, I don't think it's starting or during the Weah administration. It started way back. Even when Bouakai was running against Weah. I don't know who pushed him. I can't call the names here now. He said the money that Libya brought for agriculture in Lofa Bouakai embezzled the money and Bouakai office, all the money that assigned to the office of the vice president, he said that was Bouakai's salary. He sent that to the perspective. We didn't carry it.
Okay.
And then he was on spoon class reloaded before or during the second round.
So yes.
He was like a supporter. I said, Martin, no, you can't do this thing here. These are some of the things you have done in the past. And then the people there say, oh, that old man now, no, don't go back and dig out the dirt.
So some of the things that I was saying about Martin Colley early, the question I was asking you. So Martin Colley, according to my little research I've done here, he has gone after Doris DeLong, the asset recovery team, Samuel Twe, the Legis case, not the Legis case that he's paying for now.
Yeah.
And he went after Izita Jones.
That he would pay for.
Yeah, that he's going to pay for.
Uh-huh.
So, and he got another one over ahead.
He went after
the Izita Jones lady.
He went after one, I think, Dr. Padmore at United Methodist University.
All right, that one is not. I don't know whether it's not mentioned here.
I think no. I'm talking about what he has done. And before that, when we are appointed Zawulu Nelson, Reverend Dr. Zawulu Nelson, as president of the University of Liberia, Martin Colley was the first person to congratulate him. And then he went after Dr. Pabmo, who is VP at a private university. And he said, a doctor of theology, down academic degree. I say, I disagree with all of you. I said, PhD, we're talking about, how did it start? Started from theology. Yeah, so Those are some of the things.
The point I wanted to make is that the Izita Jones got $4 million hanging over his head, and that lawsuit was brought this year. If they go to court and he's found guilty on that one again too, then that's another wahala. It appears to me why we can sometimes cheer for private citizens to be able to voice the thing, like we say in America, see something, say something, but say based on the facts, like Mr. Monju said, in this day and age, only just one statement alone can damage your hard-earned reputation.
Yes.
Because of the climate we find ourselves in. Yeah. So no, we appreciate the work that Martin Colley does, but in the same time, we also demand that he does it with proof, fact-based evidence. So you tight. Okay. Anybody want to add before we move on? Okay. Thank you. You're back on, Madam Claudia. So let's come to you.
Oh no, wait, sorry.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Thank you. But I would like to add on that Martin Colley thing.
Please,
Let us not forget. Let us not forget that the information he did acquire from the bank was able to put someone in a criminal proceeding, in trouble. But what we should know is that there's levels in which you can go about it doing an investigation. Everyone has their legal right to privacy. Everyone has their legal right to confidentiality.
Claudia, if you don't mind, who went to jail based on what Martin Colley said?
No, not really. Not really that they went to jail. I mean, like I said, this is it's a case still, ongoing. But
okay.
The documents that he received from the bank was able to pretty much whistleblow the guy who is that won his case at the Supreme Court. And this whistleblower that they whistleblow was able to put out information against Smith on how he was mismanaging and misappropriating public funds. And this exposure, it contributed to the investigation and indictment of Smith by the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission. So let us not detour to the fact that Martin Colley is getting the information. He's getting it. He's not lying on anyone. But because of the law, because we know the law, and the law says that everyone has the right to privacy, consumer privacy. I don't go in the bank for everybody to know how much I'm keeping, because I probably only have like $2 in the bank, and I wouldn't want the whole world to know. So there's some kind of a privacy like contract, like a that protects my information. That's a private banking data. That's the only violation. And that's why he was sued.
You brought us something very important, Claudia. And I think all of us here will be liable for missing that. So let me come back to you.
Okay.
You said that his fine was not based on the fact that he has lied on somebody.
Yes.
So why was he fined? What was he just fined by the court? Please, maybe we should establish that first before you even talk.
All right, so let's establish it in two ways. He was fined by the court for leaking private banking data. That violates my consumer privacy law. The privacy laws protect my banking information. I might only have $2 in my bank account. I don't want everyone to know that. So that's why he was penalized, both of them, even the bank, everybody. Because he literally made people to know how much people are keeping in the bank. Some people don't. Everyone knows everyone keeps money at home nowadays or in their mobile money. We hardly keep money in the bank because anything can happen. We know what happened during the war and how we lost a lot of money keeping I think only the DI was the only functional along with one of the other banks. But so that banking information, the privacy law, they violated that law. That's it. He didn't get sued for being a whistleblower. We don't want to discourage people from being whistleblowers. Whistleblowers are snitches. Okay? They're the ones there to you have to have evidence when you blow the whistle. You can't allege that someone is doing something you don't have no evidence, because it's just like being in court. Madam Jewel Howe Taylor, they have to have sufficient evidence that proves that she knew that the money she was playing in was drug-related money. There has to be proof that she knew about this company functioning for that 250 million because of drugs.
Let's tell Martin Collins. Let's tell Martin Collins.
Okay, sorry. So the Martin.
I want to come back before you end.
Yeah.
So you have just said that Martin Colley, I'm saying. Martin, the Americans say Martin, you know, well, Labron will call it Labron. Martin Colley is not, yeah. Martin Colley is not fine because he's lying.
No.
He is fine
not at all.
He exposed somebody's private information.
He's been fined because he broke the privacy laws.
Right. So that's a violation.
The bank. Then the bank said, "Well, hey, that William," and then William said, "Well, I don't want to give it to Colley." So everybody was fined.
Okay. Let me hold you right, Claudia. Mr. Nubo, you brought up this story.
Okay.
Is what Claudia saying is the fact?
Okay. Let Madam Claudia mute herself, please.
All right.
I'm getting interference. Okay, thank you. Well, I don't think that is the case.
Okay.
If Smith was invited by LACC and LACC, found him guilty, sent him to court, I don't think Smith was going to go to court. But from the information, they said that Smith misappropriated $1.7 million. And it is why Smith took them to court. If there was a decision from LACC or from any court in Liberia that found Smith guilty, I don't know about that. And even the bank said the account is not private account, but because in the account they alleged that Smith embezzled $1.7 million, that's why Smith sued. It was government account, Legis account. So that was the argument from the bank.
So it was a defamation lawsuit, not privacy violation.
Okay, not privacy violation. And
okay.
the bank argued that this account belonged to Legis. It is not your personal account. And that's why I know the lower court, the jury found the bank not guilty. And then Smith went and his lawyer went to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court rendered their decision today.
Okay.
So before you accuse somebody, you say this man, that's what this man do this, you have to get your record straight. If the government, court, the justice ministry found him guilty, you are not going to go to court. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nuba. Before I go to Madam Claudia, Madam Claudia, hold 1 second, please. Hold 1 second. I'll come back to you, but I want to go to Mr. Nippy and Mr. Monju. Is there anything you guys want to share on this? based on what you heard from Mr. Nuba and Madam Claudia?
Yes. Not only did information leak from the bank, not only did the bank try to question the account, but the fact that they went to the lower court and the lower court judged him guilty. Professor Dr. Arthur Williams felt that it was wrong for the lower court to have brought him down guilty. So based on that, they elevated it to the highest court. Say, well, let's go to our father. And if he runs the decision, say, well, Smith is guilty, then Smith will be guilty. But in the judgment, in the wisdom of the Supreme Court, Smith should not have been guilty because they reversed that decision. And in the handing down of his opinion, they decided to award him $250,000. And that's where Mr. Colley comes in with his own fire on his head. So it tells us that before you say think before you talk. Just don't talk and you say, oh, I should have said this one here. And so Mr. Colley, who has been blowing the trumpet all over the place, was in violation of damaging this man's character. So that's why he has been visited upon with $50,000 on his head. So that decision serves a purpose to all of us here. That before you go on a person's character, the pieces of evidence must be on hand. So you say, A, John David did this, you had the proof right here. B, Peter Paul did this, you had the evidence here. C, Mother Johnson did this. This is the proof. So if you have the proof is congruent with what you say, then you can say, therefore, this is why I said the thing that I said. But in the absence of that, you just go around here blowing trumpet just to be seen that, oh, this person is all right, this person is good. No, not all the things you talk can be right. And where the law finds that everything you said, there are holes, the punch holes in them, you become unduly a victim of the goodness that you try to do. It turns into bad. I stop right there.
Thank you, Mr. Nippet. Mr. Monju, you want to add to the Vago to Madam Claudia? You're good.
Like I said,
Oh, you muted yourself again.
All right, you good now.
Oh, no, no.
That's a delay. Hit it one time, let it be.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it was a very smart precedent set by the Supreme Court. Because the world we live in now, it's not like maybe 30, 40, or even 20 years ago. If you smear somebody, if you go on a smear campaign on someone, you assassinate the character, especially you do it. I mean, it's online. You got about, 2 billion people in the world that got access to Facebook, Instagram, and all those stuff. The character gone. And now, even nowadays, in human resources, if somebody applies for a job, one of the first things they do, the people you're applying to, we'll go and look at your social media profile. They're supposed to go there and they guess he so lies about you. That, it's just wrong. You just don't attack people because you suspect that they've done something. Gather your evidence, collate your evidence, and then you can come out and say, okay, here's what I have on this guy. And here's the proof. You cannot say Gregory Coleman is, he part of the cartel when you don't have any material proof. You just got suspicion and gut feeling. Oh, I think. And then you all the way in the Netherlands, and you say you were conducting investigation in Liberia. Make it make sense. Come on now. Make it make sense. That's all you getting. That's also gossips. It's also lies from your connections in Liberia. If they don't like their person, oh, but I think the man is this and so and so. Look what he did, Amin Modad came and tried to sue him because he took Amin Modad's wife's car and said that was one of the cartel car given to Gregory Coleman. And I feel sorry for Gregory Coleman because if the fraternal, how do you call them? The fraternal association or whatever, or police fraternal association. Or even Interpol, Google him, they will see all this nonsense and craziness from Martin Colley. Well, every day he coming, he jumping. Okay, well, I couldn't prove that. Let me jump to this. I mean, come on now. What sort of craziness is that? And then you got people that actually supporting, oh, well, he tells you the truth. What? Okay, 1 or 2 times he has said things, especially about, academic credentials. And those are, anybody here can go and check on somebody academic credentials to see if it's true. It's no groundbreaking detective work he's doing. I don't know where he got the training to do investigation. But then that's the problem with Liberia. I mean, our standards are so low. We elevate people that need no elevation at all. So it's a good thing that the Supreme Court made a statement. They set a precedent, and that should go out to the people that will smear people character, assassinate people character for nothing. And I hope it's a new thing with the banks as well. So the other banks looking at what happened to EcoBank. That's part of your duty. Part of the duty of confidentiality to protect your clients, protect your customers. You don't go and allow leaks. You don't do that. So that means they didn't even do a good job with someone. They tell us the people that got there in terms of training. Alain.
Thank you, Mr. Monju. Now let's come to you, Madam Claudia, so we can close up on this topic.
Okay, great. So, yes, I agree with everyone. In my own opinion, the Supreme Court did make a very big statement, and yes, the case, in fact, he was not found guilty. He was only indicted, from what we follow from the judiciary. But I realized that Martin Colley is doing all of this to remain in exile, because we know that he's in exile. We know that he filed asylum probably for safety reasons. And the more you cause trouble, the more you have a visual, physical threat. Everyone sees that you are not safe if you were to go back to your country. So I know it's something that he's doing to remain where he is, safely snuggled somewhere in America. But contrary to that, whistleblowers I know in Liberia have been, yes? I don't know where he is, but I know he's not like around us where he was before. Belgium?
He's in the Netherlands.
Okay. Well, he's safe. All right. Because if you're a whistleblower, you have to be somewhere else. You can't be in Liberia whistleblowing, But I think this is something the Supreme Court too as well. They know what's going on. They monitor some of the things happening on ground. And I know they as well feel very disenchanted looking at the attacks Martin Colley is showing towards the Inspector General of Liberia. I mean, come on, it's getting tiring. He's working. I mean, no one is disenchanted by what he's doing. So I think everyone should just give him a chance to keep working, because if no one has snitched and called his name thus far, then I don't think he's part of this thing, you know? So I think that is a good move by the Supreme Court. Just like what they did to all the other people that have been just throwing talk at the government, like Pastor Keys and Yeke Kulabai and all those things like that. So yeah, it's a kudos, you know, and I agree with everyone on the show. But like I said, he wasn't found guilty. It was an indictment, and with this Supreme Court ruling, I think he can even go back to the criminal indictment and be able to get it thrown out. Because if you don't acquire evidence legally, then that evidence is thrown out. It's not real. It can't even be used as evidence no longer. So that's all I wanted to say.
Okay,
Well,
thank you.
well,
Thank-
I'm confused. I'm confused
All right,
because
Mr. Nubo,
D. Smith went to court.
the
Took the
time
bank
is
to court.
10:45 and it's 10:45 there in Liberia.
Okay, let me learn. He
Yeah.
Smith took
All right, 30
the bank
seconds.
to court. The bank to court, and they found the bank not guilty, and that's why he picked up. He went to the Supreme Court. It's not a bank that sued him. He the one who sued the bank in a lower court.
No, not Martin Colley we're talking about. We're talking about Mr. Smith.
Okay, Mr. Smith, the one who sued the bank, and the
Yeah.
bank was found not guilty. And Mr. Smith went to the Supreme Court, and the bank is found guilty.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to make it
For
clear.
leaking private information.
Okay. I'm done with it. Actually.
Okay, all right. I'm glad that we hit everybody said a piece on this. So, where's Chris? Chris, come take us to the line, please. Get us a few calls. We have waited for Mr. Bozo. He told me you're on his way home, and he has not come on yet. And hopefully, by the time we're done with the call session, he'll join us. All right.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me say thank you and good evening to all of our panelists, folks out there. If you just joining or you're listening to Abed D4 on Top FM 105.3, those of you out there, if you are following us on Facebook, like, share, and comment. And those of you listening, the topic mainly around the Martin Colley issue today, when it comes to what he could said about him, and also I think it's a lesson for those of our brothers and sisters out there like to talk things that they don't know much about. So if you are there, you want to be part of the show tonight, call on 0881 1435 04, 0881 1435 04, 0776 105 105, 0776 105 105. What is your take? What you want to talk about? Do you want to ask a question? You have comment on that? Let hear you tonight on Abed to D4 on 0881 1435 04, 0776 105 105. Let's go quickly and get our things on right here. When we come back, we continue the core segment.
Leader, Sheku Koroma. Archie right. Play. Alex D. Rock. Producer correct. On tonight. Back to the I'm back to the people. If we not correct.
Okay, we can hold it there. Let's go to the phone line and talk to our first caller. Hello.
Good evening, good viewer.
Good evening. Say Felicia Turbo. Let's hear you tonight.
Hey, Uma Kotu.
Oh, says Kumakoto. Welcome, Mama. How you doing?
Thank you very much. Thank you. So I let the money for yourself because you can keep people comfortable. And the marriage, they need a court discussing according to the marriage. What we think from your part. Our people used to believe in traditional marriage more than the European marriage. Our people, their wedding they used to do, they not used to do wedding, carry card, this, that. But when they send you to marry, in fact, and I you the one will choose your husband. You can look for somebody where they love in the family that you will marry to the person. And when you go into that marriage, they will do everything to make sure they will marry you legally, pay your dowry, pay your fuller, buy your fuller. When you get any brother, any sister, all the things in the forever they will do it. They will pay their contribution. Then when you go to that marriage, they now have to say, let go, we go let for car, to pass around to clear people say that we are married. No. So that our people used to believe in the marriage. And that they want. That now that no people joining the European marriage, you want carry card, this, that, no. I want our own thing they would do. So thank you for the show the evening.
Thank you so much and welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. That was a preview program where they were talking about Mary. Yes, indeed. Quarter 0881. Now we are talking about the issue of Mountain Collie. Quarter 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105. And you're going to be live tonight on Abed to D4, where we're discussing national issues tonight. Quarter 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105. And you're going to be live. Yes, indeed. What is on your mind when it comes to the issue that we are discussing tonight? Or what you want to talk about tonight? The Abed to D4 0881. Let's go to the phone line and talk to this caller. Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
What is your name and where you calling us from?
I'm too late, man. What is your program? What are you talking about tonight?
We are discussing a mountain collie. Mountain collie, they take them to quote here Ellis, one Ellis, and they found each of them to pay 50,000, and EcoBank leaked somebody from EcoBank leaked some information, and EcoBank is charged to pay 250,000. But Muni, we were looking at Mountain collie issue.
All right, I'll call you back, yeah?
Thank you so much.
And Alex,
Thank you.
don't
Thank you so
Alex,
much.
don't forget about the missing boys.
They are
The two missing men.
okay.
Thank
Quarter 08. Thank you so much. I quarter 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105. And you're going to be live tonight on Abed D4. We have all of our panelists well seated. Yes, indeed, to bring you the latest happening in Liberia, in around Liberia. So, Layayo, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, if there is no caller, I think we can go over to you guys. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Let's take the caller. Hello.
Hello, Christy, right? I go by the name Shaka Babi Bedi Zulu. I call you from Zwaju.
Shaka Babi Wezlu. Long time. How you doing?
Yeah, political mechanic. We've been here, we've been listening. We sometimes follow the program. Sometimes we love to listen and make our contribution. But then I much appreciate the But I bet to default with some of them, like Madam Claudia, and that of so we start making some other analysis. I think if you find out that activate and advocate that are making comments that are outside the country, I mean, they have to make their impact back home is true. There's some stories that they may get. Some may be true, some will be internet analysis, may not be factual. But then what I think they need to do for the country is, to be giving more healthy story that is going to, promote the image of Liberia. I mean, we've been following Martin Colley, we've been following Henry Costa, other activists that flew from Liberia, went to the United States and other countries like Netherlands. Like she talked about Martin. I think one of the activists talk about Martin Colley being in Netherlands and Belgium, making comment in Liberia. Staying outside of the diaspora and making comment that is not going to be healthy for your country, I think is something that most of the Liberians need to desist from, because the life out there in Netherlands, America, is not down here. People are facing some other problems with institutions, and institutions have to be built. If you look at the drug crisis with that of the ex-vice president, these things is creating chaos into the country because we are not sophisticated and we lack of so many things in institutions. So I think the court in Liberia and that of international court is different, from making decisions, judicially. So I think we have to do things and say things in our country that is going to be healthier for us as Liberians, to be able to promote our image and make our country a better place in the global world. I think these things caught my attention.
Thank you.
And as political mechanic, and I decided to talk about them.
Thank you so much, political mechanic. Thank you for being part of the platform tonight. Shaka Babi Way Zero. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris Brewer.
Caller 088-114-3504, 0776-105-105, 088-114-3504, 0776-105-105. And you're going to be live tonight on Abeto D4. Let hear you whatever you find yourself from. If you are watching by Facebook, you want to ask a question, you can send it in the comment section. We will read it out. If you have any recommendation, you can also send it. We're going to read it out. So those of you that are listening by radio in Liberia, you can call it on 088-114-3504, 0776-105-105. And you're going to be live tonight on Abeto D4. If there is no caller, because when we go back to our panelists, we're not going to come over to you. So if there are no caller, then we go over to the host, Mr. Wright. I think over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ware. Thank you so much to all the callers that are calling in. I'm with you. Mr. Shaka Zulu, long time, my brother. I hope you're doing good. Good to have you back on the platform already. And thanks for calling in today. We'll go around the table as we usually do. Mr. Nippert, get your callers response, please.
Well, he has his right to share his opinion, which is very excellent. But we are not picking up trash from the street and sending them out. We are very open with what our social responsibilities are, all of us on the show. And what we are doing here is not to vilify, undermine the Republic of Liberia. Shortcut is international interest. What comes out of the Supreme Court is nothing that comes from DC, RC, and what have you. It is the court making a decision as if it were in the United States or elsewhere, where the Supreme Court of the United States ends that his decision. And MS or MNSBC or CNN analysts are there to look at the entirety of the decision. In this case, as it relates to Mr. Martin Colley, no one has castigated him here. We've all said that you have to be careful when you want to talk about a John, Peter, Mary, or Mawata. You have to have the pieces of information or evidence that substantiate what you want to say. You cannot be in a glass house, especially running away from that glass, or you in a distance and you throw a stone there. So if anybody's supposed to be chastised or that information or the comment that he made, it should be at Martin Colley. And not us here, and specifically he said those in the states. No, he is chunking the rock, aiding and abetting Martin Colley to continue these things without having substantive proof, no information. So I asked him the question, therefore, why you think the Supreme Court will come down on Martin Colley and put $50,000 on his head? Why would the Supreme Court come down on Echo Bank and put $250,000 on that bank's head? Why would the Supreme Court consecutively do the same thing with another person whose name was called? It is because they were wrong. They have had no evidence, and what they have been doing, they've been propagating. And that's not good. That's not healthy for the very Liberia that you're talking about. Because when Martin Colley does these things here, it impinges upon the character of the Republic of Liberia. And I think that's what he should be concerned about most.
Thank you, Mr. Nubo.
Before Mr. Numbo come in, I just sent you a note. I have an appointment at about 7 o'clock, and it's 7 o'clock on the dot. May I ask your indulgence to have me fall back?
Yes, and that was the reason why I went to you first.
All right. To all of my colleagues, I say have a healthy discussion, and we're not man who comes out of the diaspora and come with a stone to throw it at us. We intelligently revert that stone because we know exactly what we are talking. Gentlemen, good night.
All right, sir. Have a good evening. Good rest of your evening. Mr. Nubo? Mr. Nubo. All right, Mr. Cassell, if you got your comment. All right, Mr. Nubo is back. We'll be back with you, Mr. Cassell.
Okay, thank you. I think the colors reinforced what we were talking about. I mean, when you are outside of the country, living in the comfort of USA or Europe or even Ghana, you can criticize, but let's be constructive. Don't get things that will put you yourself in trouble in your criticism. And I think those people reaffirm what we're talking about. And on a side note, I was checking something, when this current Supreme Court bench will leave. So Yusuf Kaba.
It's a new one. Let hold you right there.
No, okay. Let me talk about the strange thing that inside. The strange thing that inside is when it comes to Inspector Howard Colley, they say did above not known. When it comes to Sienna Clinton Johnson, the one Boakai appointed, exact date of birth not published on current judicial biography. Why? Yeah, anyway, but that's my observation. I just saw that. Two person in on the bench. Their date of birth not known. So they will be there, perpetually, even when they are 100 years old.
Nah, I didn't go that loud.
But you don't know their date of birth.
Well, when the time got to go. Mr. Monju.
Yeah. I think Mr. Martin Cully, he got the message loud and clear. When you operate within an evidence-free theater, an evidence-free zone, where you believe you have the right to attack and malign the character of people within society, you bear the consequence. And so let that go to all the potential Martin Cullys out there that look up to Martin Cully. Justice will prevail when they take you to court. Now, in the case of Martin Cully, he probably, who knows, he might have the $50,000. He might go the GoFundMe route. But do you want to go through that process? Do you want to go through that process? I don't think anybody wants to go through that. So make sure if you're accusing someone, and it's simple. You say the man did it there, have the evidence to prove it. It's that simple. Very basic. There's nothing complicated about it. No ambiguity about it. When you throw an accusation against someone, especially the person has a profile, high profile within society, have the evidence ready to prove your assertions and your accusation. It's that simple. So now I show that with what the Supreme Court has done, there's a lot more people in society that will follow the path of Mr. Smith. If you allow me, well, I take you to court. Okay, no more. Oh, you know that Facebook thing, that TikTok thing. No, and there's a price to be paid for your dishonesty and our land.
All right. Well, before I go to Claudia, I got to ask you: do you think there's a potential danger here that this may infringe on free speech? Or
nothing to do with free speech.
This could scare potential whistleblower away. Even though you see the act, but you can't prove it, but you don't want to come out because you could be sued.
Then you are not a.
You're muted.
Got the grab. Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
The whistleblowers have the graphic evidence to prove that they're whistleblowing. That's why they call them whistleblower. You got the evidence. You got it in hand, and you're just passing it on to law enforcement or passing it on to the wider public. That's what whistleblowing is about. You know, I was trained as a journalist, right? That's why I went to school for. And I have one thing to tell you. When I was in journalism school, you know, back in the day in university, one thing to tell you, have your facts on hand. Do not assume. Because one of our teacher, professor used to tell us, before you write or say something, you say to yourself, would I want somebody to say that about me? And those are things you have to think about. You know, you just don't. I look at Martin Cully. I've been reading his stuff. And 1 minute is this, and it says a lie, and he says sorry, and he moved the goalposts. You know, that people reputation. You know, you're playing with. I know Liberia will take it for play. But to answer your question, you know, that has nothing to do with freedom of speech. You know, but you know, as we all know, that freedom of speech has some limits to. You can't shout fire in a crowded cinema. Now, you have freedom to do it, right? But look at the consequences: people running out, trampling each other, people dying because you shouted fire. That's your freedom of speech. So yeah.
But
Um,
let's look
he
at the other
got
scenario. I'm sitting with you. You witnessed an event. This is factual. You saw it happen, and you're telling me as a
okay.
friend. And I know that you don't have the guts to go out there and say it, but I
Mhm.
want to go out there and say it. If I went out there and say it, I'm afraid that because I can't prove that information, I can't prove the evidence involved in that, I may hold
Mhm.
on to the information. Would I be doing the public a disservice if I did that?
Well, you just said it. You just remove yourself from the whole process because you say you have the evidence.
Well, but I was told by this person, and the person has proved to me that they're on the scene. They have the evidence involved in the case that's surrounding this story. But they don't want to say it
Mhm.
because maybe the work there, you know. But I'm afraid if I went public, I would not be able to prove this case because I don't have the evidence. But I know the person has the evidence. In this case, should I be afraid I'll be charged? And so I shouldn't say it.
Well,
Get the evidence from the person.
Archie,
Mr. Newell, you're coming. Let Mr. Mosey finish. You're coming.
Isn't that that's a pretty unique situation. Say, if you know that John went and robbed the bank, and John brother told you that yes, John was the one that robbed the bank, and John said he has proof that his brother robbed the bank, and you feel that it's your civic duty to go and tell the police that you know who the bank robber is. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Because you already said you got proof. John said his brother did it. His brother got a stash of cash in the house and all that. Yeah, he told you about it. Yeah, that's your civic duty. Go and tell the police.
Okay.
Say John can't do it. John can't do it because that's his brother. But he told me. Yeah, I know that. That's a pretty tight one, huh?
No. I'm just it's exactly what I'm talking about. But again, because I can't, maybe John will be afraid to come to give the evidence in the case. I will be left hanging. So now I got to prove that what I'm saying is actually the facts. I'm saying the pause. I'm trying to play the devil advocate here. The pause in Monte Carlo here.
no.
Mhm.
What Archie, what you are saying is not the case. The man who got the information from Legis or from the bank is Alex Williams. He worked at Legis as one of the administrators, and something happened. They got rid of him, or he ran away. He the one who had the contact. He got the information. He gave the information on his phone, but um Collie was speaking as if to say he had the information. Do you know why Randy
So
Sear
Paulie
went
were pushing this say.
Do you know why Randy Sear went to jail? When what his name?
Minister Toll.
This
Minister Toll. Former agriculture minister.
Toll, yes. When Toll sue him, he should have said according to the GAC report. But he didn't say it. Ask John Molly will tell you. He didn't say it. He didn't put a GAC report. And this man did not say no according to Alex Williams. That had the guy in trouble. Yeah.
All righty. Oh man. Okay, Claudia dropped. Now going to always dropped. Okay, gentlemen. I think it's fair to say that we'll not be getting Mr. Marty Colley.
Mr. Martin Bozo.
Go ahead. Bring it out. Go ahead.
Okoye
Bring
Alex
Marty
Bozo.
on.
Okoye Alex Bozo.
Yeah, Alex Bozo.
Alex, Mr. Bozo, we are joking now.
Yes. All right. So, Madam Claudia, I see you back with us. Let's go on to, if you want to respond to the callers, that's fine. But let's go to you about the story that you gave to that thing you posted in the chat room about, I told you and Zaza exchange about how the airport will, crowded, government official, other people go in there. And you talk about George Weah. Tell us what's behind this story.
Well, the funniest thing about the whole thing was he never came.
Oh yeah?
A lot of people again were driven by social media. Yeah, social media right now is the ball dropper. Everybody looks at social media to be their daily calendar of events, and you know what
All right, Claudia, you're going bad.
Yeah, but actually, I told you the other day that Weah is not going to come.
Yeah, but I'm surprised. I thought the man came. Okay, well. But here's the thing, though. Those are people who I've seen a lot of things on Facebook. I think those who are expecting we have to be picked up from the airport, I think they got their hopes up too high. No. What's the name? Prince C. Johnson, Mr. Gregory Comer, and Kofi Woods.
They say Weah will be picked up.
And the president would not want to create such unnecessary, spectacle. They will not do that. If they will pick Weah out, they'll pick him up after a couple of days or weeks. Just like how they did you up. It will be the same way. Nobody will see it coming and it will just happen. And before you know it, Weah is at a police station. They will avoid the spectacle as much as they can for obvious reasons. Now that the state is intimidated by crowd, what have you, I think there's enough resources to deal with any crowd that comes out there. But I don't think they want to do that for the obvious reason. The spectacle would just be too much. It will make headline news, and they wouldn't want that. When everybody's in you also how to pick you up in traffic. It could be the same thing. We have to go to church once in the morning. Sir, you need out of the police station. I'm telling you. But anyways, Claudia is in and out, so I want her to explain the exchange she had with Mr. Zaza today in the chat room because she was reporting on it. But again, she said, Mr. Weah didn't show up. So maybe somebody playing our hoax just to.
Zaza is here, he can address that.
Yeah, no. I think we're going to address that because I want Zaza to address the issue that he was accusing you and asking you and Mr. Nubo to respond to. Saying he's here.
I'm the Nubo you're talking to.
I said, Mr. Nippy. Mr. Nippy. I think I'm talking too much now. Let me relax.
Well, Mr.
Zaza, welcome you to the platform, and please state your case.
Mr. is not here to defend himself. I can defend myself.
Yes, sir. We'll let you do that. Mr. Zaza,
Well,
pick it up.
it's a pleasure to be here again. I'm sorry I'm in the office. You hear some sound around me. I'm not in my usual private area, so I beg you just bear with a little sign in the back.
Why are you scratching your hair? You're not ready for.
No, please. I don't have much.
He ready for prime time.
You're ready for any battle.
No, we don't have much time. We left with less than 40 minutes, so I beg you, let me talk quick. Yeah, I beg you. I was listening to you. The first time I came, my camera refused to come on. So I had to go back when I searched it said I have to restart my camera and my entire computer. So that's what happened. Yeah. So that's why I was late. I'm sorry. Because I was trying to find out what was going on. Need to find out that I need to restart it. All the other one I just restart need to do. I didn't know, So it just took over 20 minutes trying to get home.
If your computer is like one of my computers, it take maybe 30, 45 minutes to restart.
Yeah, but the restarting was not fast, but I didn't know that I was supposed to restart it. I just I just need to restart. But I thought I was gonna software problems, so I started searching all the little software against that, checking the camera, do they want, what they want. For you to tell me say restart your computer. Really? Anyway, thank God we are here like always, Mr. Cassell, Mr. Nubo, Mr. Wright, Mr. Ware, Beware, everybody else that is following us. I always consider this privilege to be in your company. Thank you for being with us. What I was saying yesterday, what I actually posted in the chat room is what I said yesterday. Fortunately for me, somebody who is a supporter of the president also said the same thing. So I wanted Mr. Nubo and Mr. Nippet to tell me what I got that joy we are saying him. And
we
Mr. Wright, don't forget, don't play the right doctrine on us.
Do you?
No. Let me respond to you.
No. Hold on, Mr. Nubo. Hold on, Mr. Nubo.
Let come in first.
Hold on. I won't play the exact tip of that individual you say who supported your case. You're muted, so now you get your own virus now.
Sorry.
How long is it take? How long is it?
Let me look at it. But I think it should be less than 5 minutes. It should be right inside less than 5 minutes.
Okay, then you can play it.
Yeah, you can share from your computer. And we'll get it.
Yeah, let me see.
I'll get it here and put it up.
Oh, you want me to share it? Okay, so let me see if I can share from my end.
Yeah, I will get it here and I'll play it.
Oh, okay. So let me do that. Quick.
Just send it to a bag to differ.
Yeah, right there, right there, back to differ. I just need to share from my end.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, you need back to differ. I can reshare it if you don't mind.
Yeah, reshare.
So let me. Maybe I can just comment. I don't know. Oh yeah.
Let's do something and then we'll show.
Very dishonest in terms of the relationship.
Oh my gosh, how do I do this thing?
What we call in leadership perception.
Stop and comment on it, then it'll show in the chat room.
No, it's here, Mr. Wright. It's here. I'm saying it right back.
Click on a monitor with a plus key.
No, it's okay. I know. I should reshare it, so I'm trying to reshare it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to reshare it. I beg. Okay, it's right here. So I just send it back again. I just reshared it.
Gotcha. And I got it. All right.
It's right there. Please. I beg it's not. I think it should be less than 4 minutes. Let me mute myself a little bit because I can be laughing at Mr. Nubo small.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. That's
Mr. Casa, what would you do for the video? Let me do a recap. Yesterday, I was lucky to leave my with my hair on my shoulder. 2 lions were grabbing me from
was tonight. When you want to, the very introduction, the very first paragraph that talk about you have, reposing me your confidence when you gave me the opportunity to serve, blah blah blah. in leadership perception. Perception has to do with how people view or what they are saying. People can view you and say you're being honest. People can view you and say you're being dishonest. And I think that as a supporter of the Unity Party, I maintain that people owe it to themselves for the purpose of institutional integrity to be honest when they speak. You don't have to always defend a particular side because you have some relationship with that side. It is very disgusting how dishonest this president was tonight. When you want to, the very introduction of the speech, the very first paragraph that talk about you have, reposing me your confidence when you give me the opportunity to serve, blah, blah, blah. From that point on, the very idea sentence, people who care about integrity and purpose, when they are undertaking very serious and intentional investigation, and for instance, I'm accused. When you had that one-on-one with Costa, you remember when you called from America, right? Most of the people from here said that the government were doing well. Then somebody asked you to call from Liberia, and then most of the people from there said the government was not doing well. If you, in environmental study, you take sample space, you take that as a poll and say, oh, this gives a kind of view into how the Liberian people, because half of the people that call say the government not doing well. You are supposed to take that and say, maybe we should do better. You are having an investigation and the head of the investigative team is being accused by almost half of the nation, reflected in that sample analysis. And for you to think that that does not reflect on the integrity of the investigation, that is so disgusting. That is so despicable. That is so... You talk about there is no sacred cow. If there is no sacred cow, who is it that is the most educated Liberian person in our constitutional republic? For which purpose that person is beyond reproach? For which purpose that when that person, look, it is becoming more difficult and critically embarrassing to defend this government every day. That's why sometimes I just look at you, I just sit down. Because in as much as I'm looking for things to defend them for, the one or two persons in Nimba and in Liberia who believe me understand that I owe it to them to speak factually. The good thing is that when they do good, anytime you change the topic, you see how I can be happy to come on? When you talk about the drug thing, I'm running out of words. The air is running out of the room and it's becoming so difficult. So in conclusion here, I will tell you this. If government is losing the argument, and if you want to be sycophantic and pre-inclined to the disposition that this government must be defended at all costs, with your integrity on the line, with your education on the line, with your future and your aspiration and the hope and the belief of the Liberian people in you, to put all that down the line, I would not be a part of that. It is difficult. The fact that Gregory Coleman, who was the youngest human being in my 9th grade class, who I've been believing for more than 34 years, is accused. And he's hearing this. I want him to say, you don't have to resign. But for the purpose of integrity, the word is washing.
All right. I think that's enough.
I think that's it.
I don't understand, brother, whether he want to speak series or he want to speak the Liberian way. But I think we heard him. Go ahead.
Okay, so yesterday I had issue with the way the president talked about rule of law. I did not condemn the entire speech, Mr. Wright. I think I share my analysis with you. I broke it down into 3 parts. But I said my major point was the way the president addressed rule of law. I think his word did not match his action. And yesterday people got angry at me. They said he said I was sadistic. He created a new word yesterday.
Yeah.
I was being sadistic.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday,
one American president using your own talk, right? I think it was Taft. Oh,
I'm not giving you a recap. What happened yesterday?
No, instead of normality, he said normalcy. Everybody using normalcy now.
Yeah. So what I was saying, Mr. Castle and Sis Claudia, I just gave my perspective on the speech yesterday. I said, for me, I got issue with the rule of law aspect in the first paragraph. That alone threw me off because the president came in talking about rule of law and he's not acting rule of law. That was just my point yesterday. And Mr. Nubo and Mr. Nipe said that George Weah sent me. I was campaigning for George Weah. I Mr. Right, they couldn't let me talk yesterday. So fortunately for me, right after the show, I found it clear. I said, very good. I'll throw in the sentence. So I said, where to go for that, to go look for that man somewhere. So that was the conversation. That's why you see it being played. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Nubo, you want to come in? Okay.
Oh, yes, I want to come in.
I thought
Okay.
Mr. Castle was coming to
No, you referenced Mr. Nubo, so let Mr. Nubo comment over to Mr. Castell.
Yeah, I think somebody got to mute themselves. I'm having echo. Okay. Well, yesterday what you did, and it's the same thing this man said. The Wangbe man. Do you know him? The man ran twice.
One okay.
Hold on. It's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer it.
No, I'm just correcting the
He
name.
ran
It's not one way.
twice.
It's not one way. It's one okay. I say a name. I just a name. I'm trying to go.
Okay. The man's name is Wangbe. I have a death announcement here from 2010 of Samuel G. Wangbe. Actually, his name is Wanogbe. And he was a nephew. He ran twice in Nima County. Not a CDC ticket, not a Unity Party ticket. He only supported Joe Boaka because he felt that Joe Boaka was going to give him job in the second round of 2023. The man is not Fangolo. That in 2025, he said he realized his real father was Fangalo. I think he's referring to one of the superintendents of Nima County called Fangalo. So this man does not know himself. And you want to put yourself in his category? That man is a talking head. He does not make sense to me. So I beg you, don't put yourself in that man's shoes. They were asking him on Spoon in 2025 why he had to change his name. And he said, I realized that my father was not Warren, but my father was Fangalo. So it defeats your purpose of posting this video here. You told us that you didn't read Joe Boaka's speech. You read the first paragraph and you condemned the whole speech. And you said nothing has changed in Liberia since 2006. Are you serious? Since 2006, so we are in 2026. And say nothing has changed. And you are using comic political statement to justify your argument or what you call your research. So please, don't bring Wanogbe, aka Fangalo to me, anymore. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, first American, Mr. Wright, please. My research.
I want to go to Mr. Monju.
Yeah, Mr. You're good to him. I never said nothing has changed. Mr. Kasa, can you just give me a minute, please? I take this. All right, you require a minute, please. Please mute yourself a little bit, please. The feedback. Okay. I did not say nothing has changed. Okay. I asked a question. Has anything changed since 2006? And when I went through, my conclusion is something has changed. Politically, we have evolved. Democratically, we have evolved. But what we have issue with that has not changed is the high unemployment rate, the high political poverty, the government effectiveness, the corruption, and the rule of law we are continuing to fail, and the bad justice system and our justice not being independent. So I never said nothing has changed. I gave answers to what has changed, what has not changed. So, Mr. Nuba, I beg you, please read it again. I did not say nothing has changed.
No. I think Archie has the recording. You say you did your research. And from your research, you realize that nothing has changed since 2006. And you give example of some government or malpractices, but all the examples you give came from Joe Boakai government. You were mute on Ellen, and maybe you forgot that George Weah was once the president of Liberia. And that's why I know we jump on you. Thank you. Mr. Kasa, you can come in.
After Mr. Kasa, Mr. Raymond, please break the time for us.
No, yeah, Mr. Kasa. Mr. Kasa, go ahead, please.
Mr. Zaza, you got something to say? Okay. I was happy. Well, I wouldn't say happy, but I like the fact that President Boakai made that speech. I think was it yesterday? Because when you're a leader of a small country like Liberia, that's why they call you a leader. People look up to you. When something like an arrest of a former senator, a former vice president, a former first lady, when that transpires in your country, you the leader, you need to come up and talk to your people. And I was so happy, that he did that, because the longer you take to come and talk, that's what they call a vacuum, and that vacuum will always be filled with, disinformation, lies, gossips, and all that. So he was supposed to come out. I think the first day they arrested, the former vice president, he was supposed to come out and tell the Liberian people what was going on. You don't wait 1 week, 10 days to do it. But the fact he did it at all, I got to give him his propers for that. Yeah, because the entire world is watching. This person was a senator. This person was a VP. This person, why are you putting her in prison? You need to explain that, like he did in that speech, that nobody is above the law. Although I think that on a compassionate ground, since she suffered from asthma, she suffers from diabetes, high blood pressure, and all that, they need to remain her in custody at her residence and have the joint security down there, ensuring that she's on a house arrest, monitoring her phone calls. In other words, imprisoning her right in your house. So if anything happens to her at South Beach or wherever they carry her, he can't take the blame. If God forbid, her situation become worse and she passed, they will put it on him. They say it was a political move and all that. So that's on compassionate ground. Remove her from the premises that she's in, because you don't have any hospital there. You don't have a medical infrastructure at South Beach. You don't. High blood pressure can come and do terrible things. Asthma attacks, terrible. People not die from high blood pressure, diabetic attack and all that. And she's your normal Liberian at that age, that suffer from all those diseases. So that's what needs to be done. With regards to this guy that was talking, and what Mr. Zaza posted, he was all over the place. He seemed to be disgruntled. I don't put much cachet to what he had to say. It just didn't Make more sense to me. And I stand.
And just to add up to what you said, Mr. Monju, I watched an episode long time ago when I used to watch film.
Mr.
And
Monju, please mute yourself.
he was turned into a laughing stock. Man, everything he said, people laughed at him. You know, and yeah, he never said anything coherent. You know what I mean?
But you're all over the place.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I didn't want to say that. Anybody can jump in, gentlemen. Yeah.
Let me start.
Everyone needs to mute their mic. All right, so let me just come in a bit. You know,
It's all right.
I'm also
Can you mute me?
Yeah, I got you.
okay. I think I'm okay now. All right, I'm cool. So, yes, you know, Zaza, you know, you have to understand something. Everyone has their own view. A view is not a right or wrong answer. Opinions are not a right or wrong answer. And these programs that we're on here allows us to have an opportunity to learn about certain things that we didn't even have idea on. Even me is a learning experience. And I'm really grateful for this program because these communities and so forth as a young leader in my own weak way in my community. So constructive opinions, constructive whatever. I know how Mr. Nubo can get. He's done it to me a couple of times. I mean, our opinion does not mean we're politically aligned with anyone. I have myself been feeling disenchanted by being accused of being a seditian, being accused of being a Unity Party partisan, being accused of being in any political anything. I've even walked out of companies because of them alleging that because I know politics, I'm a political supporter, you know. So it's okay to be called names, but don't give up in trying to understand the jargons of which Mr. Nubo speaks or what Mr. Nubo likes. You know what I mean? Because this show right now is Mr. Nubo. if you don't know what you're talking about, you're gonna have to expect that. You shouldn't feel disenchanted. You know, you're gonna learn a lot from this. So remain with us. Grab it as you can. Study it in a day when you have more chance to really relax and go on social media and follow the news. Politics is not about going to school and being the smartest person in your class. It's about knowing what's going on day to day. If you grab it on Monday, trust me, buddy, by Friday, when you hold a discussion with anyone, they're going to say, this guy's a political guy. He knows his stuff because you are with the current events. Everything is happening every day. Just keep following it, understanding it. And then you can decide what government is working and what government is not working. Because I know I've been in every government since 2011. And I know that I feel like we're living in AI right now in Liberia. I can physically see the changes. I can mentally feel the changes. I can emotionally attach to the changes around me, all around me, you know, as I speak. And not to sound so unruly, but everyone is wearing deodorant now. You get my drift? So it's all about understanding and knowing what is going on, and then you'll be able to be a part of the discussion. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Claudia. So let's go back to you and Zaza conversation today in the chat room. We're going to end on that in the next 17 minutes that we have.
Yes.
Yes. Let's end on that. Saw you and Zaza exchanging today. Talk to us about, you know, the the mood, the atmosphere. What was happening at the time when you were reporting the issue in the chat room? And is there any information as to why? Was there any truth into former President Joe we are coming in the first place, or somebody just decided to put up a hoax?
Or did he come? Maybe he came and we don't know.
No, Mr. Red, that's not how the conversation started. Anyway, that's the topic you chose, but we were starting with the government's state witness against the vice president.
Oh, okay, but hey, go ahead, fill me in.
Yes, there's a video. I come here. There's maybe she will come back because she actually took the conversation to another level. There's a video of this guy showing a warehouse. There's a video of the guy showing a warehouse where he said, you know, according to that video, according to the person who posted, he said the government certified him to be rice importer.
Okay.
So he was showing the warehouse where you be keeping the rice. Now the person is saying if the government so believe that it means some criminal that they are keeping him to be a star witness because they are giving him plea backing to be a star witness, then how are they awarding the this right to import rice?
You're talking about Sheikh Bashiru Conte.
Yes. So she says Claudia Kimi say that warehouse he was showing that the warehouse is also keeping cocaine in. So for me, I said the government need to be careful who they use as state witness because look at issue with our justice system. And that was just what I said. And then she started explaining about how the former president is expected today. So I just want to give the summary so that you know how to direct the conversation. Thank you.
Okay. Well, no, she's back. Claudia is back, so she can defend.
Yeah, Claudia is back.
All right, so literally, like, you guys are acting like Conte is somebody that nobody knows. Like, where did he just come from? Like, is he Waldo? You look all around, you can't see him, but everybody look. No, Conte is somebody that's been here for a very long time, and he's done a lot of things. You only pointed out a warehouse where they gave him rights to import rice or whatever. That's just a little bit of what you're talking about. If you really do your research on Conte, he has been given so much privileges here as it relates to business, registrations or whatever. He has even supplied people with cars. He has supplied people with hotel stays. He even paid Christoph's rent when Christoph, the change, was homeless. All those things like that. But that doesn't mean it's a criminal related gesture or business venture. The thing we're talking about is cocaine that he has alleged and agreed to, and even said, oh, I got people that have been working with me in this cocaine field. But when it comes to rice, so what? He's showing a warehouse, but we know that cocaine is in warehouses stashed up somewhere. So I'm literally like saying, if you guys are showing a video of him showing a warehouse, you need to be sending that video to AI and asking AI for the location so that warehouse can be searched and looked into to see if any kind of contraband is inside it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that that's where he need to be keeping his cocaine, because I don't know about cocaine. I don't know if he keeps cocaine. But I know that right now, anything that belongs to him needs to be investigated by the government or seized and held. You understand what I mean? Because those things can be used as revenue if the government decides to seize it and impound it. Forgetting that we do impound. Impounds mean take something and keep it and use it later on for government revenue or whatever. And that's what I was saying to you, Zaza, when you posted that video. That video is highly irrelevant because you don't even have a document to prove that he was even given rights to import rice or whatever. If Coley can show documents of people, bank statements and so forth, why can't he show a registration document to prove that this person was given rights to sell rice? I mean, come on, you can't take a video of me pointing to the minister house and then say, oh, look at the house he motioned by. I bought that house. There's no even audio behind it apart from him pointing. He's just showing the architect designing. He's just like showing how he wants to design something. How sure are you he's not a a contractor or something. So we can't assume that that is a rice factory or whatever. It could be an area where he's trying to show a businessman, my man, the area here will be good for, be keeping our cocaine, we'll be parking our car, you know. So I was just responding to your video. Next time you send a video with audio on it with some kind of juicy thing for us to come be talking about, it'll be good for us. But not a video of a man showing something that could be anything. Maybe he wants to put a swimming pool. Conte had a hotel here. He had a club. One of the most popular clubs from across from Bernard's Farm, where every money man used to go. We used to be in there with artists and performers, and it was a place where anyone could go and have fun, you know. And he later renamed it, relocated it, and Destiny Nightclub, not Destiny Nightclub, or Temptation, and another nightclub name he had. You know, he's been a very active guy in the entertainment industry. So he's not new to us. That's why you see no one is talking about him negatively. People are just throwing, people that don't know him are like, hey, here he is again. See the other man here bluffing. He was in the Say No to Drugs. But we who've been on ground that know Conte, we know that he is the mogul for music. You know, he literally tried to open the music industry, and then Ebola hit. When the Sound City Beach Jam and all those people started coming in before Ebola hit, you know, and helping Mr. Smith and those artists to be able to sleep in a hotel before a concert. They've never slept in one before, you know, having an organizer invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into a Liberian artist to help them. Look at Christoph. He was homeless. People were calling him crazy. He paid his rent, you know? So show us something juicy, because we all know Conte.
Thank you. But just for clarity, Mr. Wright, that video has audio.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that video has an audio. And like I said, I'll repeat. I said the person who posted it said he was given a right to input rice. And that's the warehouse he was showing. So I was quoting somebody. I don't have fact to that information. I was not quoting somebody who posted it. I said the person who posted it said. So I'm sorry, maybe that part was not clear, but that's what I said. I said the person who posted it said he gave him right to input rice. So why would the government give somebody who have witness? Why would give a person a right to input rice? Is that reality? First, I'm trying to find out. I'm sharing the things so that somebody who know about it will give us information. Actually, that's the purpose of that video. But how is her audio on it? That's just a clarity I want to give Mr. Wright. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me say my own. Let me say a few things.
But you got your finger up because you're the host, right?
All right, I'll talk to you. So look, I don't buy the argument that Claudia is making. I beg to differ.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it almost seems like, you know, this popular saying that people now say about politicians. And I heard McGill making that same crazy, weird, you know, indefensible argument that, yeah, they both stole the money, but they're reinvesting the money in the country. They don't buy houses in the country. How can you defend such thing? I mean, it's stealing. I don't care if you're talking you pay the hospital bill of 50, you know, pregnant women. I don't care. You stole. Now, if this man brought in drugs and he paid Crystal, he put Crystal in a mansion, he organized their program and that program, it does not make him attractive. He is
Archie, you are misinterpreting what Claudia said. She said these are the things that a man has done, so the people on the ground look at him differently. She didn't say, I myself, Claudia, look at a man differently.
No. Can you? Okay, let me first of all debunk what you just said. Claudia said there are a lot of us here that see what's going on, but we can't talk because, you know, we know stuff. Now, I'm not accusing Claudia of, you know, being a close associate.
When she said here, she talking about America or she talking about Liberia, she talking about everywhere. But there are plenty of people who see what is going on, they can talk. And that's
Okay.
what she's talking
And
about.
I am
But she said
responding to that. So I am not being.
this particular man we're talking about, ordinary people on the ground do not listen because these are the things the man has
So, Mr.
done.
Nebo, so
And
Mr.
it
Nebo,
does
this
not
is-
mean-
I'm being this
No,
up.
hold
You're
on.
not going to
Hold
take
on.
this up.
Hold on.
He about
It
he
does
about
not
to fix
mean
himself.
it does not mean that what this man is doing is not bad. But the ordinary people, she said, according to their behavior, they don't care. And she want proof of this rice warehouse. I mean, actual picture, not AI generator, because the other day I saw Joe Howard in handcuff. It was AI generator. So anything can be done now. And with a CDC issue, I think I told you before.
Mr. Nubo, that's still on this. Please don't judge, don't jump me.
No, I want to make some.
The same man who posted
No,
that video.
Madam Claudia asked.
Okay.
Madam Claudia
Okay,
asked.
Madam
Madam
come on.
Claudia, Mr. Nubo, 1 second, please.
The same man that posted that video.
Madam
The same
Claudia, I'll come back to you, ma'am. I'll come back to you. Madam Claudia asks.
We'll lose her again,
I'm sorry?
I said we'll lose Madam Claudia again. Why she can't come out and complete what she was saying?
No. I gotta say what I gotta say. Madam Claudia.
Mr. Robert interrupted. Let him complete.
Madam Claudia said that something juicy should be posted. They already seen what have been posted. You are defending the indefensible, Mr. Nubo.
No. I didn't hear Claudia saying something juicy must be posted about this I know Conte or what his name.
Yes.
I didn't hear her saying that.
She did, and I'm telling you now.
She said
something juicy. We already seen that.
Yeah. So many things he has done. And people are going back to his old pages, taking videos from 5-10 years ago, reposting it as if it's something new. And these are old, sometimes new, sometimes mid-old images we saw a long time ago. So if you want to show us something that would make us to say wow and be able to say then let it be with proof, like how Martin Coley does his own with proof. Because the same person who posted that video is the same person who posted that George Weah was coming to Liberia today.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got 3 minutes. We're going to make use of it to do our closing. Claudia, I saw you in Liberia. Let me come to you first to do your closing for the night, and then we'll go around the table.
All right, thank you very much. I just wanted to say that I really appreciate the president's speech. It came at the right time because if you are someone who can read in things, it's literally saying that he is not against the law, but he agrees and is in agreement with those supporters of Joe Howe Taylor, in as much everyone will be treated equally when it comes to being when it comes to facing the system, facing your court, facing criminal charges or whatever. And so far she has been able to have privileges like getting a mattress, things that will help elevate the health situation that she's faced with, so that she can be able to be strong enough to face what everyone is waiting for her to face, so we can know the truth. Because the truth will set Liberia free. Whatever she has, whatever information she has, could help the country move forward from this plaque. Because this plaque is a plaque that we've been digging, we've been mining this plaque. We've been mining the issue of drugs. We've been waiting for that gold, that treasure of information to come out of the dirt. Finally, we find out who is the spearheads of this thing, and we are tackling it so that drugs can leave this country. Jobs are here. Yes, no one should say no jobs are here. Jobs are here. I've gone to a lot of places, apply, get accepted, don't start work there, but just to see. But what is affecting us not to get these jobs is addiction, alcohol, drugs, sex, so many things people are so caught up in that they don't have the time to go look for a job and don't have the time to work. Things are here. We have to stop allowing people to confuse our minds and make us think that we cannot have better lives. If you want the best for your life, get out there like everyone is doing and work and move towards it and stop listening to what anyone else has to say. And I also want to say I commend the police. They're doing a good job. My community is getting safer. They're listening to calls. They're listening to people out advocating for peace and solidarity in their communities. And they're working for our children, not for you and I. We all now. The only thing we're supposed to be thinking about how to pick up a Bible and read and say our prayers at night so that we will be accepted by the heavenly gates when our time comes. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Claudia. The time is 8 o'clock now. The company, Mr. Zaza, the close up.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Wright, Mr. Nubo, Madam Claudia, and the producer in studio, Chris Beware. In summary, I also want to thank our callers, even though I did not listen to any call. My computer was giving me some tough times, but I also want to thank them. But for the time that I was on, Mr. Noble, my article that I wrote that covered from 2006 to 2026, it covered all the administrations. And all the administration were, the entire thing, I summary you seeing there, so it gave all the administration year in, year out. It reported since 2006, it reported 2007, 2008, down until it came all the way down. That's a very large writing because it took me time to do it. So I couldn't put the entire thing out. What I did, I just summarized it and say, even though people said nothing has changed, something has changed. But few that have not changed, that we still have issue with, that has to do it. In fact, the major thing that will have the major thing that will consider to be changed is that we kept peace. Since the silence of the war in 2003, we have not seen anything like people shooting at each other again, even though we have been at each other's throat. We have political rallies that turn violent. We have protests that turn violent. But still, we're going alone. That's democracy. It happens everywhere. But we have kept the peace. We are also taking responsibility of ourselves. No, maybe it's not here again helping us. We were able to transfer power from one administration to another. All these things are happening. If you can go on Broad Street right now and say, you said, looking at you, you said, looking at that, nobody will hold you. Things have changed. We have improved. We are evolved. We are going more to the positive aspect of life. Even though we have challenges, and those challenges are what we were talking about. And those challenges are the fight against corruption, the fight against drugs, unemployment, poverty, and every other thing. That's why I said that has not changed. And in my conclusion, I did not say we are better than Buakai or Ellen were bigger than Joe. We are none of them, in my opinion, none of them were better because all of them had a positive part. Okay. But it still fail on these things. So that was what I was saying, Mr. Numbo. But thanks to everyone. We have to disagree to agree. I beg to differ. That's a very good name. And we are doing it. Let us continue to make Labrador better. Taylor said, even though he brought war, but at the end of the day, he said, words, not bullet. So I took that statement from him, said 1997. And so I say, guys, let's just talk it and forget about shooting at each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zaza, Mr. Nubo.
Yeah, Mr. Zaza. I did not say, or we did not say last night that he praised George Weah and praised Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. But when he said nothing has changed from Alexander Cummings, nothing has changed. That's the reason we were questioning you. And all the things that you say have not changed. All the examples you give were during the Joe Boakai administration. I mean, you might feel that I have some disdain against CDC. That is not so. I was in Liberia until 2013. From 2005 to 2013, I was in Liberia. At least Johnson Sally gave me a job offer. I said, government corrupt. I didn't take it. Even she went through, what her name, the information minister, Bropley. Bropley called me. I told him the same thing. And
Lawrence Komla Bropley.
when I came from Liberia, I felt like George Weah was the only person on the ground who could combat Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Unity Party. I called Rudolph Johnson, George Weah first VP. I called Winston Tuckman. You can call both of them and ask them.
Okay.
And they told me their reservation about Weah. But I'm not saying Weah time, during Weah administration, not a thing changed. I'm not saying that. The local government I was talking about was passed during, no. Let me learn. During Weah administration, the Land Law Act was passed during Weah administration. So every administration, even though it has its lapses, I mean, no, we are in a continuous process. So nobody should come and make a blanket statement that since 2006 to 2026, nothing has changed in Liberia. That was our point of argument. Thank you.
All right. I'll put my last thing I want to say, and then we'll close. I'll leave it as a question. And maybe we're gonna pick it up tomorrow.
It depends on how you ask it.
Okay. So how do you engage change? Is change engaged through policies, or is it engaged through the welfare of the people? Well, people, let's think about that tomorrow. We'll pick that up. I'm not disagreeing with anybody. I'm just saying. No. It's 8:07 is one something there to the guy,
Okay.
Yeah, and he has to go. Chris. Okay, good. Chris, send her home, please.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Can you and Ms. Claudia stay on?
But let me say thanks to every one of you, Miss Zagza, Madame Claudie Smith, Emotion, and Mr. George H. Numbo. I'd like to say thank you for the education provided for our listeners. God bless every one of you, and thank you for the time. To our listener out there, we'd like to say thank you. I bet the default take break, and you're going to be back the same time, the same station tomorrow. Have a great time. Thank you so much.
Chris, just drop the radio. I said you just drop off. Don't close it. Don't close the.
You're good.
Okay. That's fine.
And we're still live on social media, Mr. Nuba. I just want to let you know that. So
No. No, we shouldn't be live on social media.
Wait, what? What? You know what? Be hurting you.
Yeah, I know. Now we got you on the phone because if I close it now, I mean everybody gonna go off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you don't want to be on social media, I mean, it still says back.
I mean, let everybody log off, and you and Zaza and Madam Claudine, or you call me. We can have a conference call. That's something I want her to look.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I'm shutting it.
TOP FM